everybody doesn't take the time and the patience to sit back and learn about themselves. And every time I come and I speak to you guys, it's always a lesson that I've taught myself. So the newest lesson on my list with the vibes is other people being in contact with you and your vibes. I took a trip to New York at the end of June, and I was there for 2 weeks, and it was so refreshing, if I should say. Felt so good to just be with me and my kids. It felt so good to not get any phone calls or not hear anybody or nobody wanting to do anything or need you to do anything or anything of the sort. Granted, I missed everybody, but I didn't even realize the sense of peacefulness that I can have within myself. There was days I had a list planned of things that I wanted to do and be, and I ended up most of the time just wanting to sit and be in the presence of my aunt and my cousins and my grandma, and my kids wanted to do the same. And it was just a sense of being surrounded by pure love, surrounded by people that don't want anything from you but to genuinely enjoy your presence. And sometimes in the midst of life, we get caught up in forgetting that we're supposed to enjoy each other's presence, forgetting that we're supposed to enjoy moments, forgetting that you're supposed to enjoy your days. Like, you're not here to just work. You're not here to just get frustrated with each other. If you take the time and take a step back to really dive into what you have going on, not what everybody else in your life has going on, just you, be a little selfish. Tell your friends, tell your family, listen, I need a day, I need a second, don't call me, don't hit me up. Just, sometimes that day needs to be a week, sometimes it needs to be a month, and that's okay. Like, it's okay to say you need the time. It's okay to tell people to just back it up a little bit. So while I was on this trip, my intentions when I got there was a peaceful trip, like initially anyways, but I wanted to make sure I meditated. I wanted to make sure, I made this video, and I never got to it. And I never got to it because I just felt that good. I felt so good that I didn't feel the need to want to meditate. I didn't feel the need to want to make the video. I was just like floating on a cloud of fucking happiness. Like, for what? Like, internally, I felt so good. And that was my first mistake, not meditating the whole time I was there. Yeah, I felt good. Meditation isn't a get out of sadness card, or get out of anger card, or get out of negativity card. Meditation is to keep you on a nice steady pace throughout your days and the days to come. Like, you can't just do it when you feel like it or when you feel off. You can't just, choose it to help you feel better. You have to use it to keep you going through the times that are coming. So now, since I didn't meditate, when I got back home, things felt like a catch-up. I felt like I had to do a little more work to get my feels right, because now I was back in the midst of, regular day-to-day life, taking care of things, taking care of people, taking care of bills, taking care of just life. And which is life. You have to do it. It has to be done, but it can be done at a good pace, at a feel-good pace, in a happy place. It can be done. But since I didn't meditate throughout the whole 2 weeks, when I got back, it was almost like reteaching myself. Like, what do I do? Where do I start? My anxiety built up, like, as if I was here for the 2 weeks, and it was just piling up. And because I've been teaching myself so much these past years, I sat back in my mind and observed myself getting frustrated, getting the anxiety, getting all built up, and realizing that I needed to slowly release it. I couldn't just expect me to meditate and it all just psh. I needed to slowly release the things that were having me frustrated, slowly release the people and situations that were having me frustrated. So now, to hop onto the people and situations, I also realized, observing, that no matter how much you love somebody, no matter how much you care about somebody, friends, family, significant others, neighbors, who the hell ever. Sometimes people go through their own thing. And when they go through their own thing, they may or may not express it, but the energy is there. So if people are angry and frustrated about something, me personally, everybody does it, but me personally, my energy field is like on 1,000. So if you're feeling some type of way, I can feel it. And I got to a point where I've been tuning my energy field, bubble, whatever I'd like to call it. I'm not too sure yet. But I've been observing so hard that, and not even so hard, you don't even have to watch these things. People step into your field and you can automatically feel the shift of something is off. And if you're sitting with yourself long enough, you'll realize what you feel like. You'll realize what your energy feels like compared to someone else's. So when somebody else steps into your field now, and it's not your energy, sometimes people tend to think, oh my God, what's going on? What's wrong with me? Why do I feel this way? Oh my goodness, da 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 da. But not realizing that it's somebody else that stepped into your field that has these feelings and emotions going on within themselves. So sometimes we need to take a step back and give them their space and their time to collect themselves so that they can feel themselves again, because they're not. And if we don't have the right mind to give them their space or give ourselves space so that we don't feel that way, then we end up with a mixture of a whole bunch of other people's emotions and feelings and depressions and sicknesses all entwined. You know what I mean? You need to give people their space to feel sad. You can't be there to help somebody out of their sadness. You can't be there to help somebody, be happy. They have to be happy on their own first. And then you come together as two happy people to enjoy each other. And within all those mixtures of emotions and feelings and energies, sometimes they linger. Sometimes they stay attached to you. Sometimes even though you separated yourself from the energy, you felt it, didn't like it, you decided to move away. It might have still tried to stick around. And in those moments of it trying to stick around, that's when you use your incense. That's when you use your sage. That's when you use your Palo Santos. That's when you use, the intention candles that we make to help uplift, release, protect, bring in new energy, brighter energy, feel good energy, things that will make you get to where you really need to be, not to where you don't want to be. Get rid of the people and the places that don't belong in your bubble, in your atmosphere, because you're what makes you you. So this whole thing's a little all over the place, but my whole point was to just let you know to give yourself time to yourself. Don't let other people take that time or take that energy or take you outside of where you need to be other than inside of you.